Well, hello everyone. Today is an exciting day because we have a new trailer for Madoka Magica's newest movie, Walpurgisnacht Rising. I'm very excited for this. This is probably the thing I'm the most excited for next year. Apparently, this is the only version of the trailer and there's no English subtitles. First time through, I'm just going to watch it, no subs, and second time through, we'll actually go and read them a bit. Let's just get started. It already looks great. Art style looks a little different. Or at least, I guess it's been a while since they worked on the last one. What's up with Sayaka? Why does she have bandages? Man, the directing's already so interesting. Petting a cat that isn't Kyubey, interesting. Everyone looks so, like, cutesy or whatever, which is atypical. The vibes are surprisingly, like, peaceful, I guess? Well, that was interesting. I guess it pretty much confirms exactly what not confirms, but is more of what I've seen so far, which is that it's certainly an interesting visual movie with some strange things going on. Sayaka has a bandage, and I have seen images of this before. Maybe in the first trailer she also had that. Like, I don't know what's going on. This was, like, super cool. Just, like, a visual thing. Also, wait. I'm getting so lost. Madoka looks so, like, cutesy or whatever. Like, her eyes look like... She looks slightly different. And it's not because I haven't seen Madoka in a while. You know, I recently... I guess at the beginning of this year, I think I watched... I rewatched Madoka Magica, the show. And then recently, I rewatched the movie, Rebellion, and made a video about it. So I'm quite, like, familiar with it. She looks a little bit different. All of them look a little bit, like, more... Cutesy is maybe not the right word, but... Something off. Like, Mummy's eyes look more like cute is just the word. I don't know. Anyway, so let's go back. Let's try and see what the subs are saying this time. So, Sayaka is also knowledgeable. It seems like she's quite concerned about hanging out with people who aren't even magical girls. Okay, well, I guess we'll see. Also, this could be a completely wrong translation, but... A sense of discomfort. What are you talking about? This was super cool. Just like as a visual thing, it looks super cool. Sayaka, your concerns are valid. What is this fight about? What a cool... I have no idea what this movie is going to be. Because, like, Rebellion ends on Homura rewriting the world so that Madoka can still exist as a human or, like, as a person. So is that going to be the central focus? I feel like it has to be. It has to be like Homura is the one puppeting the world to kind of maintain the facade around Madoka. But it seems that Sayaka is like the central part of this movie. Also, I have not looked into this at all. Like, maybe this is a very common knowledge for people who've, like, looked more into what this movie is and the philosophy behind it and everything. I don't know anything about it besides, I guess, that first trailer I saw, which was super cool. And that was a very long time ago as well, so I hardly remember it. But yeah, I guess Sayaka's very central to this. Like, what happened? Why is she like this? It's interesting. The only thing, I don't know anything. My only assumption would be that Homura did something, which would be a very, like, viscerally upsetting thing, which is what Madoka is really good at, like the show. Especially even the movie when Homura grabs Madoka's hand and is, like, taking away her, like, free will and everything. Like, it's very upsetting. And if she did something to Sayaka too, that would be equally upsetting, I think. But maybe not. Maybe it's like something completely different. But... God, there's so much. Wait. It smells like a conspiracy. How much of it is a lie? And what is the truth? It is also going to be interesting because the last movie, Rebellion, or the only movie that isn't a recap movie, that was... The whole thing was basically taking place in Homura's labyrinth. And again, this is kind of also taking place in her labyrinth in a sort of way, which is interesting that we're going to have two movies that are, like, in a fake world, and the people are kind of, like, questioning whether it's a real or fake world or not, but, yeah. How much of it is a lie and what is the truth? Why is she here? A magical girl. I don't know. So who, this girl, I guess? Or these girls? Her... and brown hair girl. Now, there is also a possibility that these are characters from the side story that I haven't seen, so maybe this is a big moment for like people who've seen that are like, oh my god, I can't believe these characters are coming, but I have no reference for this. These look like 2 entirely new characters to me. But I don't truly have much to say. Is it still coming out in February? I looked this up. Yeah, February. I'm assuming that's what this says. Let's double check. Okay, February. Which hopefully internationally, that means it'll be a similar time frame to how long it took for Rebellion, which was 2 months, I think. So hopefully it'll be out in April, May, maybe. But what is there? Let's see if there's anything interesting. So I'm assuming this is their school, and it's being reconstructed. But I mean, there's always construction going on in their city, so that makes sense. So we know all these people. That's Sayaka's, or Hitomi's boyfriend, right? The violin playing guy. Their eyes look so different. I wonder if it's like a time thing. Like as time has gone on, they decided to adapt or change the way they draw the characters. Or if there's like a new character designer or something. I wouldn't even know how to check this. Like I'm sure one of these names here. So in Rebellion, the character designs were by Ume Aoki. And apparently it's the same character designer, so I don't find it really interesting that they look so different, but okay. Man, it's like the hype, I don't know what it, Madoka is just such a visually interesting thing. Even just this shot, like the framing of it, how it's like just central to the frame, just like how, I don't know how to describe it, it just looks so good, it's so interesting. Maybe because it's also a very grounded, mundane action of like opening a can like this. What's her name? Bebe? I don't know what her actual... She has like a magical girl name, right? It's interesting she's so much of a focus in this. I guess she was also quite a focus in Rebellion. What is that? Something that looks cool. That's what that is. What a cool shot. I just love this so much. I love Madoka Magica. Oh my goodness. And what are these cubes? It looks like an MRI scan. But if the movie's called Walpurgisnacht Rising... okay, now that I'm, I'm piecing this together. I don't know if anyone's listening at this point to my ramblings here. But if it is called Walpurgisnacht Rising... then I'm assuming one of these 2 girls, magical girls, will be Walpurgisnacht or something. Or it could be a weird twist thing where it's like Sayaka becomes that character, becomes Walpurgisnacht. Because in this universe, that's the way things happen because Homura rewrote things that way. So I was thinking, yeah, like this is an MRI scan or something, but I think it could also just be a representation of Walpurgisnacht, the witch or something, maybe? I don't know. Okay, Sayaka and Kyoko. Who's in the middle? I feel like it should be really obvious, but I can't. There's what's her name? Bebe Magical Nagisa or something, right? Magical girl name. Am I right? Nagisa, that's right. And who's that? Is that the guy? No, why would he be there? Or is that Sayaka? I can't tell. I don't know. What was in the sky? A plane. I know I've said this a million times. I cannot overstate how excited I am for this. Madoka Magic Rebellion is the most visually interesting movie that I've ever seen. It is one of my favorite movies ever, if not like in my top like 5 movies ever. I really, really like it, so I'm very excited for this. So if I'm just like rambling about random small details, like look how cool this plane is. Oh my goodness. And I think you know why, but cool food. We love it. A cat. You're interesting. Also, yeah, the complete absence of Kyubey here, which makes sense, if they've been rewritten to shoulder the burden of all the magical girls' emotions or whatever. Pole dancing Nagisa is not something I was expecting. It is also interesting how, like, throughout this trailer, they all feel so distant. Like, frames like this, where it's like they're so far apart. Frames like this, where it's like Sayaka is completely separate to, like, the rest of them. It's so, like, distancing, which is interesting. It's like a fridge full of, a dessert, like, tray or something. Interesting. I'm trying to remember. At the end of Rebellion, I think Homura she's wearing Madoka's ribbon, and then she takes it out of her and puts it on Madoka, right? So she's got, like, a new ribbon here, I guess, in its place, which is interesting because it's, like, faded out and not, like, bright red like Madoka's is. cute bear ears or rabbit ears or something. I don't know. A shrine of some sort, I guess. I wish I knew if these were like characters from that show that I haven't seen or not. I don't think there's any more I could say about this. Let's read the Reddit now. So I clicked here trying to see if there was an English version, but there wasn't. This trailer is such a different vibe to the other. So much more dialogue too. I need translations, true. Which one are you? I guess someone has like better translations here. Sayaka is also pretty strange, isn't she? She's always hanging out with people who aren't even magical girls. You're quite bothered by this, aren't you? The sense of unease. What are you even saying? Miki Sayaka, your fear is correct. What the hell is this battle? No matter how you look at it, this smells like a conspiracy. This line was also in the concept movie. How much of this is a lie? What is even true? You know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, this could also be like a massive misdirection, right? Because Rebellion itself was a massive misdirection for the entire opening act. And if you only were to show like footage from that first act in the trailer, then you would completely get a different like reading of what the movie actually is, right? So they could be doing a very similar thing here, which is very possible. What is even true? Why here? What the hell are you? A magical girl? I don't know. Or this could be magical girls. Not a ton, to be honest. Seems like Homoda's new world is mega sus, or at least Sayaka seems to think so. Seems like Nagisa also might have more of a sense given her line. Okay, interesting. Postponed? No, it was still in it was always in February, right? February. Everyone please stop lying about a delay. That is true. There's no reason to think it's a delay. They said February again. Chainsaw Man also announced its second season simultaneously. Man, this is such a cool shot. It's the equivalent of, in the first trailer, there was a really, 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 really cool shot. Let's see if we can find it. This. There's like something so like unsettling and visually just so cool about this. I don't know what it is. It's, and like in this trailer, it's the equivalent, like this is the scene in this one. I don't know, it's so interesting. I don't know, I'm completely rambling at this point, but you know what? I'm just going to embrace it. Let's keep going. Why not? Let's just rewatch the old trailers too. Madoka, Walpurgisnacht Rising, trailer 1. You know, we're getting closer to the date. Why not? Let's see it. So we got one trailer from a year ago. Let's watch this one. Dancing. So this is, I guess, the same scene as this one here. So I assume it goes from Madoka like almost falling over to them like dancing, which, oh my goodness, is going to be so cool. Man. These look like Homoda's familiars, kind of, a little bit. Homoda's witch form. Man, it's so cool. Maybe it is an MRI scan, if we're getting like visuals like this, of like the anatomy of a body, or whatever. Where was that? Wait. Yeah, like this. Whoa, what is this? So stabbing a hand turning into like... What were those little things? Were they like hands of a witch? Oh no, a gecko. Or like a... So this is the representation of Homoda, I believe, in Rebellion. She was like a purple lizard at some point. So I assume this is like someone who I would probably assume is Sayaka here, is testing whether the world is real or is like starting to lose faith in the reality of the world. So she's stabbing herself and seeing that like something is happening when she does it, right? But maybe Homoda is refusing to let these people die. Okay, that was one of the trailers. Then what about this one? God, it's so cool. It's so cool. Okay. Oh, the half moon. Oh my goodness, look at it. Oh my god, the infinite television. I remember this in the trailer. This was so cool. So Kyubey is in this, which is interesting. Interesting. Well, you know what? I think I'll leave it at that. Okay. I am unbelievably excited for this. I'm sure you can probably tell if you've gotten to this point. I don't imagine there'll be any more trailers for this. If they do come up, I'll probably react to them. But yeah, I guess if there's no more trailers, then see you for when I eventually review this movie. And I guess if you're really, really interested and you're committed at this point to listening to me for like 20 minutes, please go to the description. I will link my latest scripted video on the Elite Ari channel about Madoka Magica Rebellion. I wish people would watch this more so I could finally get people to comment more on it. I'd be very happy. So if you're a Madoka fan, you got to this point, please just watch my video, okay? I've linked it. But anyway, thank you. See you eventually next time I see you.